Hi, welcome to Steve Chats Wrestling, hashtag SCW, the wrestling channel, right here on youtube.com. Thank you for choosing the channel and choosing the video. You can subscribe right now, leave any comments in the comments section, and why not, while you're at it, like and share the video as well. Now, this is the SmackDown preview for September 13th. It's going to be in Philadelphia tonight. Also as well, I didn't really give a Backlash review on my channel, so I'm going to kind of try and combine the two together a little bit. I'll give my feelings on Backlash very quickly first. I thought the event was okay. I think a lot of people maybe overpraised it slightly, looking on the internet. I think a lot of people's expectations were very low, and I think that that's why people enjoyed it more than what it was. I thought it was all right. I wouldn't say it was the best event of the year by a mile, but I do like the fact that a lot of things were given time. Maybe some, you could argue in some places, maybe some segments were too long or maybe too short. But then as well, it kind of had the old in your house feel as well, which was quite nice. I mean, the events for in your house used to be like 2 hours, and this event was like 2.5 hours. For me, really, I think it was the perfect length, and I think this would actually be a benefit going forward, when you look at that, definitely for the Raw and SmackDown extravaganzas, less matches, more time, and if you look at that and say, right, okay, things have a bit more meaning, maybe looking at them as well, because not all the superstars will get their showcase, their stuff on the event as well, and this will then maybe give other rivalries time to develop. So each time we get to a pay-per-view, maybe it's not the same 10 or 12 people on the pay-per-view given time. Maybe another feud has a chance to ignite itself purposely to get on the event. But of course for SmackDown it's a little bit different with that, because of course their roster is a lot smaller than Raw's. But looking at the show itself, I particularly enjoyed the kickoff match with Baron Corbin defeating Apollo Crews for the end of days. This is definitely one of Apollo Crews' best outings, by the way. Them two seem to have good chemistry in the ring. Shame it's just a throwaway match and it wasn't on the main show. I think it would have benefited being on the main show, but all in all, it was a very good way to start the event. I enjoyed the women's six-pack challenge elimination match. Thought it was very good. Becky Lynch claiming the women's championship, and what I like about this is what they did with the championship. Same with the tag team SmackDown championships, the SmackDown tag team championships, should I say, is that rather than having the chase, which is what's normally the common way in WWE, they actually, and I got both of those results wrong, because normally it's they normally will put it on the standard kind of people, and I expected they do it for them to be the chase. They kind of went for the go home moment, and I actually like that they've done this, because normally you can go for a chase for so long and it just becomes a bit boring and repetitive, and this way we kind of get the the moment Becky Lynch already has the belt, and she can defend it, and then she can build a good rivalry with somebody instead, rather than just saying, right, okay, well, Becky's going to win it at some point, we just got to wait for when it happens. It's happened, it's great, we can just see it as it works, and if it works, fantastic, long may she hold the belt. Same with Slater and Rhino. They're capitalising on clearly a throw together tag team with a storyline that's clearly working. I thought that they would actually drag out Slater's contract for SmackDown to delay it further, and I think that there still might be a little twist in there somewhere, but of course he's gained his contract, he's just got to sign it, for me, really, I think it's pretty cool looking at it. That actually we kind of got that feel-good moment instead, rather than thinking, okay, right, well, we know what's going to happen, but just delaying it further. So, no, a fair play to WWE for doing that. Looking at the matches themselves and the six-pack challenge, Becky Lynch beating Carmella at the end after she got a surprise roll-up from Nikki Bella, and then Nikki Bella giving Carmella a slap. Clearly, looking on SmackDown this week, you can expect to see that feud continue with Nikki Bella and Carmella. For Becky Lynch, looking at that going forward, you would, for me, according to ringsidenews.com, they assume it's going to be Natalya or Alexa Bliss, probably going to be the likely candidates. I think Natalya is probably going to be the one, even though she was eliminated and finished 4th in the match. You can't imagine the one that was eliminated first going for the belt. And as much as I'd like to see Alexa Bliss go for it, I still feel it's a bit early for her, and it would be kind of nice to just see her grow on SmackDown a bit more. She grew well on NXT, given the opportunity and the spotlight to shine, and I think that with that, maybe with an undercard kind of feud going on, that would be pretty good for her right now. Maybe even a little feud with her and Naomi, because Naomi was the one to eliminate her. I think that would be perhaps a good way going forward, and perhaps then Becky Lynch can kind of beat Natalya, close that feud that they had before, where they kind of had one match, one win apiece between the two of them, Natalya winning on the pay-per-view, which I believe was Battleground, and then Becky Lynch getting the win on the following SmackDown. That way they can actually have their third rubber match, and they could close the chapter altogether. Of course, Eva Marie is going to come back at some point, but that won't be this week on SmackDown, so I'm not expecting to see that. Very disappointed with the way it turned out. I know Randy Orton was pulled from the event. He wasn't cleared to wrestle. They did a backstage segment where Bray had attacked Randy Orton already, and it kind of was almost similar, because this is what happened with Randy Orton. Was meant to have been put out of action last year, so I wondered if maybe they would continue down this road going forward. Maybe that could be quite interesting. We saw a no-holds-barred match put together with Kane for Bray Wyatt on the night, which Bray still doesn't win on pay-per-view. He lost the match, which for me I was very disappointed. I thought it was very bad booking. Bray should have gone over in this match. I understand Randy Orton come out and hit an RKO, and that's kind of how he lost the match, but it would be nice to just see Bray get a win for once. I wasn't a fan of this. Was my least favourite match of the card. The Miz and Dolph Ziggler for the IC belt. A lot of people I've seen rave about the match. I thought it was good. It was kind of amusing, the opening with the match with the almost the CM Punk UFC kind of skit, shall we say. The spoof is probably the right word to use for it. But yeah, the match was pretty good on the whole. Maurice helping Miz retain the belt, which kind of was how I said probably should be going forward. Miz actually now saying with Daniel Bryan he wanted to improve his contract and stuff like that, and doing what Daniel Bryan can't. Continuing that heel heat was very good going into that match. Also Dolph Ziggler, now what is he going to do now? He said he might need to reevaluate some things. Could the heel turn be on? We'll have to wait and see on SmackDown this week. But I think if rumours on the internet are serving me correctly, the Miz is definitely advertised for SmackDown. I imagine Ziggler will be there as well. There could be a program. This might not be finished yet, so it'll be interesting to see what this is going forward. As well as that, on the card, we'll go with the tag team division from Backlash quickly. The Usos, they beat the Hype Bros. It was all right. It was nothing special. And also then they lost to Slater and Rhino, with Rhino hitting the gore, and then Slater was the legal man getting the pin. This was a very good way to do it. And like I said, the feel good moment was very nice. Looking from it, from the Usos, it looked quite good that they didn't come out with the face paint. They didn't do their sort of like chant thing that they do before they come to the ring. I like the fact they've gone with this heel turn, different attire as well. I like this Usos better. I think it's long overdue. It's about a year too late really to do it, but no, I think it will be good. And one thing advertised for SmackDown this week is Heath Slater will be signing his contract. I think that this is going to get ruined. I think the Usos are going to be the one to ruin it, as they'll be challenging for the belts, I imagine, because now we're going towards No Mercy. No Mercy is only 4 weeks away, so they need to start building towards that. And with American Alpha not coming back towards perhaps near the time of the event, my assumption would be that maybe it'll be just too late for American Alpha to be involved in No Mercy, so maybe we could be looking at the Usos against Slater and Rhino, and I would think it would be a kind of an interesting way if Slater still doesn't sign the contract this week thanks to the Usos. It would be a very keeping the fans gripped and be good for heel heat as well. So I'm going to put that little prediction out there that could happen this evening. Particularly would like that. To finish off then on the Backlash side of things, AJ Styles. Come on, he won the belt against Dean Ambrose, and what was my favourite match of the night? It was definitely a physical match. I thought it was quite intense. A couple of botched moments from Dean, but do you know what? I let it off. It was a very good match. I pretty much enjoyed it. Styles Clash giving the victory for AJ Styles. And who would have thought it, really, that AJ Styles would be WWE World Champion? It's almost, dare I say, it's like a wet dream for most people that have seen him through TNA, come through to WWE and want to see him do well in WWE. Most people, including myself, thought it was mid-card at best, and to see him actually go all the way to the top and have the coveted WWE World Championship, which of course is the original WWE Championship. For me, that's fantastic, and it's just great to see. And it really does show a signal of intent that there is kind of this new era going forward. So I'm particularly a fan of this. Looking at for SmackDown this week, then, like I said, we're going to cover the women. I covered Slater's contract with AJ Styles. He is expected to be addressing the crowd and probably gloating that he's the champion. Whether this will involve Dean Ambrose or not, I'm not quite sure, but the rumours are suggesting that John Cena could be back. He's advertised for tonight, so whether it be during SmackDown or not, I think that Cena will come back. Because he did do an interview according to ringsidenews.com. I think it was one he was away in Singapore or around that area of the world, suggesting that he knows why he left his armband in the ring during SummerSlam, and that we were going to know very shortly why as well. And of course, AJ Styles has been gloating with that since. Maybe they will have a final match before Cena goes to do filming for American Grit 2 Season 2, which he'll be doing after No Mercy, so it could be free for the next few weeks to be back on television. So it'll be very interesting because he has been wrestling with WWE on live events and after Raws or after SmackDown. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens with that. Will Dean Ambrose be involved? Will it end up a triple threat? Time will tell on that, but I'm sure Dean will be looking to do something because heading into No Mercy, because otherwise I can't see who he's going to be facing. But looking to Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, of course, that was mentioned there before. They're both advertised for SmackDown, so expect that feud to continue. Perhaps not in a physical sense, maybe more of a promo sense, and maybe we might get. Randy might be cleared in time by the next time it's No Mercy, so I'm expecting this one to roll on another few weeks. As well as that, Kurt Hawkins is expected to make his debut as well, so this could be pretty exciting. It's supposedly fact anyway. I'm going to just check on my notes there that I have covered everything for you, and it looks like that I have. Yep, so that is the SmackDown preview there for you of the things that have been advertised, giving my little take on it as well, and I think it could be a good show. For me, I'm still not convinced that SmackDown should have long pay-per-views. I like the fact it was 2.5 hours, and I think that this should be the way they do these going forward, and I think with Raw the same actually. I'd like to see it this way. But yeah, let me know your feelings in the comments below anyway. And there's one other rumour as well, by the way, going around that SmackDown could be getting a new acquisition in Jack Swagger from Raw. The rumour has it that, of course, he lost to Jinder Mahal on Raw, and he was actually interviewed saying that his Raw contract was going to expire. This could be then a lead to put him onto SmackDown rather than his WWE contract. They said Raw contract, so couldn't really have a lot of faith in him, could it? The brand split was what, a couple of months ago, and his Raw contract's going to run out. It just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, does it? But it could be a lead to put him onto SmackDown. Of course, losing the likes of Alberto Del Rio now, so they perhaps want to put someone on the SmackDown roster to cover that, and perhaps then give him a bit of a push on Raw. Let's be fair, Swagger, he's lost in the shuffle. He's not going to work there. So that's everything up to date then. That's everything SmackDown for you. That was Backlash. That's a preview for tonight, and also just a little bit of rumour and gossip for you as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, please hit the like button, maybe even share it, and leave any comments in the comments below. Are you looking forward to SmackDown? Do you think it'll be a good show? Let me know, and subscribe in the meantime as well. I recommend to subscribe to the channel. I'll keep up to date with everything during the week. You've been watching Steve Chats Wrestling, #SCW, the wrestling channel, right here on youtube.com. Take care.